Hello guys.
Yeah. Hi
Just
guys.
check if we are online. Just checking.
Yeah.
One final check. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube just acts up. Sometimes we go live right away. Sometimes it just takes time to come up.
So guys, if you are live, please do comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we are live. Yeah. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
And we are back. We are back with yet another new
Sides.
episode. Pitch side with fundamentals. So last week it was it's very happening week in world of football. Champions
Yeah.
League happening, Premier League happening, so many results.
Top of the table battle.
Yeah.
Controversy surrounding the
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
Some actually good game of football. Um, First off, like let's okay. Before we dive into that game, let us just go through
The same entire week.
entire weeks. Yeah,
So
and we'll
first
build up to
first
that game.
game started with West Ham hosting Chelsea. So
We predicted a West Ham win or I think so tough game for Chelsea and then
Chelsea,
draw
but
game.
Chelsea scraped through. Although West Ham performed really well.
Yeah, I think West Ham didn't convert their chances.
Yeah.
And I think so. Areola also had a poor game. At least the first goal was a blunder by
It
Areola.
was complete blue domination in West Ham. The first half itself,
I think so. Maresca and the boys will take a lot of courage.
positives.
Yeah, because away from home at a London rival against West Ham, who play attacking football, they played really well.
And also now I
And they
feel
got a clean sheet, most
yeah,
importantly.
and now I feel the Sanchez, the defense, that is also slowly gelling.
However, controversially, one penalty was denied
Yeah.
because that hand pull,
Hmm.
that was a clear penalty for me. I don't know why it was not given even by VAR. Sometimes the
The
refereeing standards, it will come out throughout this video.
yeah,
The
entire
referee,
week it
yeah,
was
it is not.
disappointing.
It's disappointing in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been very inconsistent. I don't like. It's very disheartening to see. I mean, it's a neutral game for me. It is a game which has no bearing to me as an Arsenal fan. But yet, when you see West Ham, I mean, that time the game was 2-1. I think so.
2-0.
2-0. Had that penalty been given and been converted, it would have changed the scope of the game. But unfortunately, it was not. The surprising thing is, even if after VAR getting involved, it doesn't get converted. So that is really poor. But yeah, Chelsea will take a lot of heart from the clean sheet.
Yeah, and they are slowly coming up from the what miserable season last
Yeah, they
year.
finally know the 11, 12, 13 core players
Yeah.
that they need. And
Which was your main complaint
Yeah.
When the season was
season
beginning?
started because we didn't know who's going to start, who's going to play. Finally, they're gelling through. They don't have any injury concerns. Nicholas Jackson finding, I mean, scoring. I mean, he's a good player. Now
Yeah.
he's proving his worth.
And Cole Palmer, as usual,
As usual, he's been phenomenal since last year.
Yeah.
So that continues.
Going on to the next game, it was
Villains.
Villains hosting Wolves.
Wolves again took a surprise lead
Yeah.
up front. They
Cunha.
Yeah, they almost led 2/3 of the game.
Yeah.
And then towards the end,
Last 30 minutes, this Villains scored 3 goals.
20 minutes. I think 72nd or
Yeah.
73rd minutes.
Watkins again Duran with a final the same
Yeah,
goal.
nailed in the coffin.
Yeah.
And Konsa also
Scoring a goal, SD
scored a
Konsa.
goal. Yeah.
So this uh, Duran, he is the conversion man. I feel because 5 matches, 5 goals,
Yeah,
all come in as a
Yes,
substitute.
Yes,
So
Duran
exceptional.
has been phenomenal for them. Ollie Watkins also phenomenal for them. And Wolves again coming short because they are looking really like a team that is struggling to find some kind of form.
Yeah, this we had predicted Fulham beating Newcastle. Actually, it was a very good game, but Fulham dominated it.
Yeah, Fulham was phenomenal in that
Yeah.
game. The only I think first goal, looking back at it, they can't allow Jimenez to chest the ball down and turn. I don't know, a defender giving a striker in the box so much time and space was a fault of defender. But other than that, I think I think even Emil Smith Rowe hit the bar once.
Hmm.
I think there was this spectacular save of Alex Iwobi's effort. So Fulham could have had 4-5 goals in that particular game.
So their attacking prowess is really good.
Really good, really good.
It's one to talk about, and they are in the top 10. They're rightly occupying.
They are one of the surprise teams from one other team
Yeah.
that we will speak about.
And also they are rightly occupying the spot which United should occupy.
And one more surprising player every game week giving points to all the fantasy players is Emil
Yes, sir.
Smith Rowe. I think he's the most value for money player
Yeah,
because goals and assists in almost every game, not almost every game. So great from him.
shout out for ex-Arsenal player.
Yeah, Reece Nelson also scoring, Alex
Yeah.
Iwobi assisting. So yeah, great.
And then we got a stalemate in form of Southampton and Ipswich.
Yeah.
It was a boring game, and
I
both
didn't
teams.
watch the game, actually.
And both teams actually they want a point and they got
And
a
they got a
point.
point. Yeah, they played for a point and they got a
Yeah,
point.
and Ipswich, I guess they have already had 3 draws. They are in 3 points. So out of 5 matches, they have 3 draws, 2 losses. So yeah, they aim for draws, I guess so. And then coming on to the next game, Tottenham beating Brentford 3-1 after Brentford scoring first minute goal. And it will be a huge boost for Tottenham because they lost against Arsenal.
And they came back
But-
this week. They played well. In midweek, they had lost the
Yeah,
Carabao Cup
Carabao
game,
Cup.
Cup game as well. So they came back well this time around.
And also the starting of the game within a minute they
Yeah,
conceded.
again conceded.
And,
But
and
they did show fight to come back, and Solanke finally in the
he's finally scoring, and Brennan Johnson also
played
again
well.
played well and also scored. And going into
James
the
Maddison being the other scorer.
yeah,
Yeah.
going into the next fixture, it is Leicester against Everton.
Both the teams, Everton again dropping points after leading the game.
Yeah,
This is the third time in 3 game weeks that they've been leading a game and they've dropped
they have
points.
already lost
But there
8
is
points.
improvement this time around.
they-
They
they-
didn't lose the game.
Yeah,
They drew the game.
they have already lost 8 points out of
I mean,
the
if it was
this thing.
any other team than Leicester, I think so they would have lost the game.
Yeah.
Leicester again pretty poor up front. Other than Jamie Vardy, they seem clueless as to what to do with the ball in the final third.
Mavdidi scored the
Mavdidi,
equalizer.
that was a very scrappy goal also. It was not like the ball just kept
Yeah.
pinging around. It was from a corner kick. The ball just kept pinging around the box. Nobody was able to clear it, and he had a lucky touch, and it went in.
Other game was Liverpool taking on Cherries. Liverpool mauled Cherries 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was just that 2-3 minute window when Luis Diaz, a brilliant ball from the defense line to forward, and Kepa making a horrible blunder.
Yeah, come in front and
Coming front and like not committing to the save, having come front, nor having enough time to go back and guard his post, and it was easily done. Again, second goal also he came out charging unnecessarily, I felt, and Kepa cost Cherries 3 points because up until then I think so Cherries got the better chances until
yeah,
the first goal.
they're very good in first 20 minutes. They were creating
I think so
chances.
they got a goal and it was offside as well.
Yeah, Karke's assist.
They got a goal and it was offside as well. So it was Cherries till that point in time, and then that 2 to 3 minute poor judgment from Kepa cost Cherries 3 points, I would say.
Then
Liverpool-
if you means concede a lead to Liverpool, then they are
Then
too
they-
good a team.
At home, they're too good a
Good
team
team.
for you to do anything about. But again, Liverpool, the scoreline is flattering to them, but they didn't play that well for a 3-0. I mean, when the result looks 3-0, I agree, but second half it was boring. There was no chances,
Yeah.
nothing. So yeah.
Going into the most boring game this weekend, it is
I think
Crystal.
we did predict 0-0 or draw. I
Yeah.
think so. We did predict a draw. Crystal Palace will take a point, but at least we predicted
goals in it,
again.
but it was a very sorry game. Both the sides
I think
failing to
Palace will happily take the point. I would say,
But for United, after actually beating Southampton 3-0, they should have scored. But sorry for United fans, they sometimes
it's hot and cold for United.
Yeah.
They are still struggling to fight
attacking. Still, their attackers have not come to the Premier League. They're not red hot so far. Going into the Sunday fixtures, there were two games.
Both brilliant games.
Both brilliant games, both involving red cards.
Both
So many.
a lot of controversies.
Yeah.
Yes. First up was Brighton hosting Nottingham Forest, the other surprising team of the season so far,
Is
along
not
with
Forest.
Fulham. They are in fifth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in eighth. They're in eighth
Sorry,
with 9
seventh,
points.
yeah.
9 points and 2 to draw. It was a good game, and also Nottingham Forest came from behind and equalized.
Nottingham Forest, I think, have have a easy run of fixtures. Their tougher run of fixtures will start from, I think so, next game week onwards.
They're
And
facing Fulham.
They're going to start tougher fixtures. So it was easy for them, I think. But they did show fight in coming back away from home.
Yeah.
They did come back and they did equalize. And then there was this controversial Morgan Gibbs White
Yeah.
red card in the end. I think referee got that wrong as well. It was a clean tackle. He did give out a yellow card. Morgan Gibbs White, in frustration, showed his dissent, and it was another yellow card right away.
And even managers got
yeah, both the managers got red card. Such poor refereeing. I don't understand. They just kill the excitement in the game. I mean, those kind of tackles are what defenders should be doing.
Yeah.
That is their bread and butter. That is what they are paid for. That is what the fans want to see from them. That is what the game has to be. Then if you can't, and when the ball has made clear contact with the foot, I don't understand. And okay, fine, having given a yellow card, it could have been stopped at
No,
that. And
the
for a
point is
player-
having committed a sin, a war could have come and saved that player.
Save the player.
But
Because it is second yellow, VAR can't come in.
yeah,
And referee should have been more sensible and
Yeah.
not given the second yellow, having given the yellow 2 seconds before.
yeah,
You should understand that the player is obviously going to be frustrated. There will be some show of emotions. After all, they are not robots to not feel emotion. I think refereeing sometimes is so frustrating. For a league like Premier League, I think there should be better referees.
Let's keep some of this for the next game. City taking on Arsenal. It was an exciting game.
It was a very good game in the first half.
Yeah.
Because City scored first, Arsenal equalized. Both teams had chances.
The first goal from Calafiori.
Calafiori was a screamer. Goal of the week for me.
Yeah, definitely. No.
Under pressure at Etihad.
Yeah.
Brilliant. On his first full debut for Arsenal, to get a goal like that, brilliant. But again, a controversial red card. But
again, Gabriel coming in big game and scoring a goal.
Clutch goal for Arsenal. It was brilliant. Overall, the scenes were very well set for the second half. Second half, solid defending from Arsenal, almost giving no chance.
10-man Arsenal. That
10-man Arsenal kept Man City at bay. Again, a scrappy goal. What else to say? And Haaland's antics in the end is not. It is not what champions are made of. I agree. Sometimes emotions get better of you, but he's not even scored the goal. That is the worst part. And whatever. A new rivalry is for sure
brewing up.
It is for sure. It is the next Vieira versus Keane, that kind of a rivalry where Gabriel versus Haaland. I hope it is, because it was nice to see them battle it out. Both are capable players. Both can handle each other well, and I look forward to the reverse fixture. But again, refereeing the first goal which Arsenal got, where they were allowed to take it quickly. I agree, by the rules you can allow it to take it quickly. But having called their captain to have a word with them, you should allow the captain, the player, to go back to the position. So that was really poor from Michael Oliver. Oliver is one of the worst referees in Premier League. I don't understand why does he get the big games.
Yeah.
It's such frustratingly incompetent refereeing. I have no words for it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because I don't want to be abusive and all those things. I understand they are also humans end of the day, but they are really incapable humans. They are not. He's not for big games. Michael Oliver is not a man for big games. Please give him the relegation battle games and boring games. He should be happy doing it.
Pep Guardiola finally getting a challenging opponent in this Premier League.
After Liverpool, they didn't have a threat for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, Arsenal have stepped up.
And
in that
also,
race.
if you see this season, also all the 4 games which City played, they dominated,
They played
easily
easy,
dominated.
but they played easy games. This was their
First difficult, challenging
first
opponent.
test, and they almost lost. They won it
Yeah.
in the dying minute, and they won it against a 10-man team.
Thanks to Stones, John Stones, always coming in
In the end and coming in clutch for them. A point well shared. I did predict a 1-1 game, but there was a 2-2 game.
But,
But I was happy with the 1-1
yeah.
result. If it was, I was happy with the point.
Since it was an away game as well.
And early in the season, away game against City, you don't want to give away that momentum.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them that psychological edge.
And actually, biggest loss for City is losing Rodri.
Yeah.
And he got injured in 20th minute, so it was like
rumored to be out for the season.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a huge hole in City's defensive midfield lineup. It is big shoes for Kovacic to fill. Again, a player who is a little bit injury prone. So let us see how it shapes out as we speak to the next game.
And is Raya injured?
Raya has a cut on his foot.
Okay.
So he's been rested for the
next game week.
This game week.
Okay.
No,
Neto will play.
No. It was this game, cup game he didn't play. Carabao Cup game he didn't play.
Okay.
He should be back.
Okay. So coming on to this week's fixture, game week 6. Already table is looking really spiced up.
Yeah. Everyone close together in the top 4, top 5.
Yeah, and also there are certain teams who have been
top 6, right?
Who have been unbeaten.
Top 6 is separated by just 3 points.
4 teams are unbeaten still. One is City, Arsenal,
I think
Nottingham Forest,
only one,
and Brighton. So it looks exciting. Table looks exciting. So one game here or there will change the entire table.
Yes. So moving forward to the
first game,
game week 6 fixtures. It is the Oil Derby.
Saudi against UAE.
UAE Sheikh Mansour versus King KBS.
Yeah.
So.
But Newcastle looks really shaky for a dominant City side. Because their defense is not doing the job.
Having said that, City are without Rodri and De Bruyne.
And also it's an away game.
So Newcastle fans can take some heart from it. The worrying sign for Newcastle, for me, from my point of view, is Isaac's lack of involvement in goals.
Form has suddenly dipped this season.
Form has suddenly dipped, and having started really well, they have shown that they are vulnerable and can be, really sometimes poor. Really poor. The goal defending, like we said, last game was really poor from them. It was really bad.
What's your prediction on this game? I will say City will win it 2-0. 2-0 City.
I don't think so. I don't see Newcastle scoring. It is very difficult. You want to go through some of the...
Yeah, I'm reading this one of our subscriber.
What do you think about the schedule? Too many games? Will players strike?
This is what is Premier League. This is what is Premier League. It happens every year.
For it. Players can strike.
And there's big teams always rotate the players really well. And so
the schedule has been same. I think so. The only extension has been the Champions League, where the group stages have become much more.
The second comment is interesting. With Rodri out of the season, is it Arsenal's title to lose?
I would not take a negative approach like that. I will say it is Arsenal's title to win. It is Arsenal's title to win, and it was last year also Arsenal's title to win. One slip up, one game cost the title.
Okay, there's a bold prediction out there. One of the fan is predicting Newcastle will drub.
Tom Mithril says Newcastle
will drub.
Abu Dhabi Oil
4-1. So that's a bold prediction.
Bin Salman fan.
Yeah.
Not Sheikh Mansour fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, power of oil. Yes, a lot of money involved in that game's fixture. Billions of dollars.
I hope that happens. Actually, I hope Newcastle give a formidable challenge to City.
But I think it is
City
too
is too
early for Newcastle. They have not hit the ground running.
And they don't have solution beyond Isaac so far yet. So
and Joe Linton is hot and cold. Callum Wilson not fit enough.
Gordon is there. He is also
hot and cold. Yes. there are attacking threats like in Grimaresh and other
Mm.
players, but no, not
They
enough.
suddenly pop up, play two to three game weeks really well, then they
And then they
again
taper off.
taper off. So
Yeah. So next up,
Chelsea taking
another
on Brighton.
another brilliant game.
Yeah.
Unbeaten Brighton.
And many of the players are linked also. You can say Casado went from Brighton to Chelsea.
Chelsea, Kukurea,
Sanchez went Cucurella, Sanchez.
Sanchez.
So they are all playing against their old club.
Old club.
So it will be an interesting battle.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
And yeah, I feel both the sides will score in this game.
yeah,
Seeing Chelsea's defense, all those things, both the game teams will score. I
I-
feel Chelsea might win 2-1.
I'm saying 2-2 draw.
2-2
Brighton will get another 2-2 draw. Or Brighton are actually without their manager
Yeah.
because of the red card.
Yeah.
So let us see how that pans out.
Actually, good chance for Chelsea to keep their momentum going and winning games.
Okay.
And if they win against good clubs like Brighton, they will be pumped
The
up.
morale will definitely increase.
Next up, another interesting this thing
Brentford
taking on West Ham. Brentford
both
lost.
coming from losses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Brentford actually lost against Spurs. So that after scoring the first minute goal.
Again, Mbueno, again on the score sheet,
Yeah.
is a threat. Him and Visa are a good partnership. Um, and in terms of West Ham, I think so. They were unlucky not to get a goal, but they did lose 3-0 at home. So they will be also wanting to bounce back. It is like an even contest.
They will be licking their wounds. They want to come back, emerge.
It's an even contest for me.
Yeah.
And I would say Brentford.
It's very difficult to choose between these two teams.
I will give the win to Brentford. I will give 2-1 to Brentford.
I'll go with West Ham pipping Brentford 2-1.
Okay.
Next up,
Everton
taking on Crystal Palace.
Everton have dropped so many points from the league
So my prediction is Everton again will
Everton could have
score.
been top of the table at one of those days.
I don't think
That's
so.
right. They dropped 8 points.
8
How many
points.
points do they have?
They have 1 point, I believe. They have 1 point.
Okay, so
So
they have 9 points.
9
So
points.
they would have been a top 10.
Above United.
Ah,
So
they would have
that's
been
a
top 10 side.
yeah.
Now they're in the bottom side. So yeah, Everton really poor this season. Sean Dyche. Now they're finding goals. Somehow they're finding goals. One thing Dyche is good at is defending goals, but
Their defense is so shaky.
So shaky. So they have.
And
really
also
lucky confidence.
seen Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is a team which means scores on counter attacks and all.
They have
So
pacey players.
yeah, so seeing this picture, it is looking like Crystal Palace will dominate against Everton,
I agree.
and it was.
I'm
I'll
saying 2-1 Crystal Palace.
I'll go with 3-1 Crystal Palace. They're looking good. Next up, Arsenal taking on Leicester City at
At Emirates.
Emirates.
I think it is an easy game for Arsenal, at least for me. I would say, standard 3-0
Yeah.
for me because Everton,
Leicester
Leicester,
City.
not that.
If you remove Vardy out of the team, that team doesn't look that great.
I would say 3-0.
And Arsenal being a title contender, they would love to dominate.
They want to also make a statement. They wanted to win. They were this close away from tasting victory at Etihad. They would want to make a statement this week.
Yeah, I will also go with 3-0. Rubbin will be there. It can be more also, so you never know.
Yeah.
Next up, this is the game which will be interesting. Two surprise teams locking horns. Nottingham Forest against Fulham. One will go down definitely.
It could be a draw.
It could be a draw, but I feel one will go down.
There are goals in this game for sure.
Yeah.
Both the teams are capable of scoring plenty of goals, in fact. But I will give the edge to Fulham. I like the football that they're playing. They're playing open, free, expansive football. Adama Traore, the combination of Adama Traore, Alex Iwobi, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Raul Jimenez. It is working brilliantly for them.
If you see their past, all the four players have come from Wolves and Arsenal. Predominantly.
Yeah, and they are pacey players. They are tricky players. They are good with the ball at their feet. They are linking up well. So I think I think there'll be a little too much for Nottingham to handle. I would give Fulham 3-1.
Mm. I would go with 2-1 to Fulham. Fulham looks a very threatening side. Had Mitrovic stayed in this Fulham side, it would have been a really deadly combination. With all these players feeding him, he would
No,
definitely score goals.
I think it is not. I think Mitrovic's style of goal is when he's more like set pieces, that kind of oriented.
Yeah.
This they are playing proper football. I think
But
Jimenez
the
is.
only point they're lacking is their forward.
No, but
Jimenez is,
Jimenez has stepped up last two
yeah,
game weeks, 2 goals.
yeah, more,
So if he stays fit,
yeah.
they can mount a serious challenge this season.
And from Jimenez, we are going to Wolves. Wolves taking on Liverpool. This will be a drubbing.
Bloodbath.
Yeah, bloodbath in Molineux Stadium.
I'm saying 4-0.
Yeah,
I'm calling 4-0.
Liverpool would be ruthless. They are unbeaten, so they are beaten, but they would go all guns blazing. They look at threatening side, and they know that they have easy fixtures up front, so they will.
It is time to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and getting into the Sunday's fixtures, first is Ipswich taking on Aston Villa. I feel Villa will easily win this against Ipswich. Ipswich they have drawn 3 games. So I get
I'll go out on a limb and I'll say Ipswich will surprise and we'll get a point from this.
okay. I feel
So I'll say 1-1 draw.
I feel Villa will easily win this 2-0.
2-0.
Getting United versus Tottenham.
That's on Sunday.
Yeah, that's on Sunday.
Yeah. So sorry, that was the start of the Sunday
Yeah.
games, right? Ipswich versus Aston Villa start of. Another great game this weekend is United hosting Tottenham. Tottenham coming off a victory, United of a draw. How will it shape up? What will Haaland is cleared to be fit? Will he start?
Solanke started last week, so that is also a good sign.
Good sign.
And both the clubs, if you
Close to
see,
each other, they
yeah,
bob off each
10th,
other.
10th and 11th, mid-table, they have become a mid-table club now in this uh, year of Premier League. So they want to go up. So they want
Tottenham
to.
has always been a mid-table club. So they've always been. They're the perennial mid-table club, and they will always be the mid-table club.
But for United, it's a surprising sign.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
transition.
they're a team in transition, so
Yeah.
it's expected. But this season onwards, they should seriously start making that progress forward.
And this game, if they win, it will be a bit boost to them because it's happening at their home.
At home.
So they would love to get 3 points out of
I
it.
would give 2-1 to United.
Even I am saying United will win it.
Haaland is back. I think Haaland will score the winner.
So I am going with 1-0 United.
Clean sheet.
Yeah.
Onana in your fantasy 11.
No, not really, but they are defending really well. Their
Okay.
defense is looking good.
Last but not the least,
Bournemouth taking on Southampton.
Southampton.
This would be a
Snooze fest.
yeah, snooze fest, and also both the teams already in the really
No. Bournemouth is doing well. Bournemouth are 13.
So Southampton, it's a high time for them to take some points from any team. Bournemouth is the right opponent where they can go and play their open attacking style of football and get a point out of it.
Correct. Bournemouth did play well against Liverpool. I did watch
Yeah.
that game. They did play well. They showed a lot of promise. If they play that particular game, I think so they will breeze past Southampton, and I would say 2-0 to Bournemouth.
I also feel Bournemouth is too good for Southampton. Southampton doesn't look a Premier League side currently. But I feel Southampton will score 1 goal. So I'm going with 2-1 Bournemouth.
So that's it from us today, guys. We've built up to almost all the fixtures, in fact, not almost,
Yeah.
all the fixtures in this particular game week. We've do let us know in the comments below who is going to win the Oil Derby. Is it going to be Man City or is it going to be Newcastle United? Again, another game to watch out for is Manchester United hosting
Spurs.
Tottenham Hotspurs. Both teams who have had shaky starts to the Premier League will want their efforts to go on the right track this time onwards. So both teams will come out fighting for a win, and what are your predictions for that particular game? Both of us have predicted a United win, and both of us have predicted a City win as well.
Yeah, so we are Manchester boys,
So
surprisingly.
we support both the Manchester,
Sisters.
the red and the blue part of the town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But deep down, some will want.
I mean, I would be happy if
Yeah.
Newcastle can beat Man City.
Yeah,
and
if they lose
drop,
points or
they
drop
drop
points.
But I don't want Tottenham to even to get a point, so I will give all 3 points to United there.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's an exciting week. We'll catch you next week,
next Friday.
with all the fixtures in
updates,
Game Week
yeah.
7 and whatever happens in this week.
So let's hope that we have another fantastic game week. Let us hope that there are lesser refereeing howlers this time around. So until next time, stay safe. Please enjoy your football. Let's go.
Fundamentals.